Okay, folks, that video got real fast, huh? If you need to take a minute to collect yourself, go ahead, but then let's get back to our analysis. We're gonna look at how the creators of the video use different techniques to persuade you and to affect you emotionally. So let's get going. Okay, so do you want to get your skin checked now? I'm going to be honest. The first time I saw this video, I did make an appointment with my dermatologist to get some things checked out. This was a particularly effective video. The people used lots of techniques to appeal to your sense of emotion and fear and sadness. They used humor to get you to trust them, and they had lots of statistics and facts to convince you. So we're going to take a look at all those things right now. If you have not already done so, go into Schoology and print out your notes. Taking a graphic organizer, it looks like this. What does the creator of the video want me to do? And then we're going to go ahead and take notes while we go and jot down the things that the video does as far as trust, providing evidence, and appealing to emotion. So if you have not already done so, please print out your graphic organizer. Okay, folks, we're going to take a look at some of the things that the video does to establish trust right at the beginning. So one thing I'm going to point out right here is it starts out, "Dear 16-year-old me." So they're establishing trust right away because they're trying to relate to their audience. They're trying to prevent you guys, teenagers, from going out and doing things that are unsafe in the sun. So as an expert person who has experience talking to their former selves, that's one way that they're starting to establish trust right away. So let's look at some more things. Okay, so they started by going over some common experiences that they feel like they had and that other teenagers might have had, and it helps you relate to them. You think like, oh, that's something that's like me. And notice they had people who looked different ages, they liked different things, and so there's going to be somebody in this video to relate to almost everybody, and they're kind of making jokes too. And using humor and being funny, that's a way to establish trust. It gets people to like you, and then they trust you. So the Star Wars thing, LOL, the Star Wars movies were terrible, haha, right? Well, the new Star Wars movies, the old ones were pretty good. But that's the joke. So if you're a Star Wars person, you're gonna like this guy, you're gonna listen to what he has to say. And now they're all smiling at you, trying to make you like them. Oh snap. So that, where they showed the scars, that's a way for them to get you to trust them because they are experts, right? So you're going to listen to somebody who actually had cancer. If it was somebody who never had cancer who's talking to you about it, you're probably not going to listen as much. But these people legitimately had this disease, and so you're going to listen to them more than you might listen to somebody else. Okay, I want to show you something right here, and this is the last thing we'll talk about in the trust section. This doctor, how do you know he's a doctor? It doesn't say, "Hi, I'm a doctor," but he's wearing a stethoscope. And we trust and listen to doctors in our culture generally. You know, we respect their education and their experience. So just the fact that this guy is identifying himself as a doctor wearing the stethoscope is something he's doing to establish credibility and establish trust. And, you know, people sharing their credentials with you, sometimes even at the beginning of an article, that's something they're doing as part of being persuasive, because they're showing that there's somebody who can be trusted. So that's as much as we're going to look at in the trust section, but we will be watching more of the video in the next section. Okay, we're going to talk about what should go in your graphic organizer right now. If you took notes while you were going, you can check and see if you wrote down the things that I said, and if you didn't, now is your chance to fill in your graphic organizer. So what does the creator of the video want you to do? Basically, wear sunscreen, get checked for skin cancer, avoid the tanning bed, and generally do safe things while you're in the sun to protect your skin from aging and from cancer. And we're going to fill in the section over here where we talk about how they establish trust. And I actually went ahead and typed it because it's awkward for me to type and talk at the same time, but I'll kind of go through each thing with you. So one of the first things they did, the people made jokes. Remember the guy talking about the Star Wars and drinking and throwing up, and that's not a good thing to do, but he joked about it. And they also tried to show how they were alike with the people that they thought might be viewing this video, talking about teenage experiences, bad hair, making bad choices about alcohol, and being mad at the Star Wars movie. So they tried to establish some kind of connection with the person who was watching the video so that you would trust them more. They did things to show that they were experts. The doctor wore a stethoscope to show that he was a doctor, to convince you that he's a credible expert and that you should listen to him. And all the skin cancer survivors showed you their scars to prove that they were experts on the topic. And those are all things that they did to establish trust. So in your writing, you can use all of these techniques. You can make a joke kind of in your introduction. You can try to show how you as a person are similar, or a way you think you might be similar to the person who's reading what you're writing. And you can identify yourself as an expert on the topic. Talk to the reader and just include information that will let them know that you are a person who can be trusted, and that's going to make your writing more persuasive.